Good evening, everybody. How we all doing? Right, going to do a watch along for the Spurs Fulham game. How you doing, Carl Rossi, mate? You all right? Let's get this chat on. See if we can find the other things as well. Right. Okay. So first thing I want to do is find the teams. Well, first thing I should do really is put the game on in it. Really, that's probably the best thing. Hope everyone's doing good. Just thought I'd do this because it's quite exciting to see if what they can do. See how it goes. New stream setup seems to be working well, mate. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, I quite like this actually. I might actually pay for this. It's about £15, I think it is, which is a lot cheaper than StreamYard, and I just think this one's a bit better. I like the fact that like on StreamYard, you can sort of press to what am I thinking? My brain went dead there. You basically press to go live, and then you have to press live to go live again. Whereas this one, you press live once, and it does a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and that's it. You're live. So this one's a lot better. You don't get any of them issues where you just press live once, forget, sit there streaming, and then realise you're not actually talking to anybody. Which is always good. Big up, Maltor. Good to see you again, buddy. I've done that. I've done that warlock thing wrong already. I was just looking at the setup, and you're supposed to do the 5 corruption things first, and I've done the other 2 things first instead. So probably going to have a look at that at some point. Right. Anyway, let's get on with. Let's see where the game is. It's not for another half hour anyway, but we'll put it on here so I've got it set. There we go. Right. Well, there's not a lot happening there, to be honest, but oh well. That's sort that out in a bit. Right, okay, so we want Tottenham Hotspur. Let's have a look at what their team they're putting out. I would imagine it'd be pretty obvious. Here you go, found it. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to share the screen. There's another thing I like about this as well. It's really easy to do this. So just click share stream. All the lists will come up what you've got in your other, pages and stuff like that. And I've just picked completely the wrong one. It's that one. So basically, actually Tottenham. Have I done it? Yeah, has it worked? Got to put it on the screen first. So actually, Tottenham side, you got Vicario, Pedro Porro, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogi, Hoiberg, Saw. Oh yeah, because with that Basuma on there, that could be big for him, to be honest. Madison, Kulusevski, Richarlison, and Son. So I mean, they've got a good side coming out. Really, I mean, they could have done with Basuma, but if he's not available, he's not available. On the bench, got Forster, Royal, Dyer, Phillips, Skip, Lo Celso, Bryan, Johnson, and Valise. So it looks like Johnson's back, which is a good thing for them as well. Right, okay, so we'll stop sharing that, and then we'll try and find Fulham. You can reset your talents. Yeah, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna start again. I can only get 3 on the corruption, but the reason I went for the other one is it makes a better percentage that your corruption will take. So I went for that one first. Because it's right, there's no point having like a massive percentage of corruption if it's not going to take. You know what I mean? If it's going to fail, you might as well have something that's going to make sure it takes, even though it's giving you less corruption. That's what I would have thought anyway. Right, so I've got Fulham. See what Fulham team is coming out. You should be following the skill tree on Wowhead. That's what I'm doing, mate. But I didn't read the first bit she's supposed to do. It actually tells you from 1 to how many talents you do and which ones to do in which order. I didn't see that, did I? You know what? You know what I'm like, mate. My eyes. I don't see anything. Right. So here's your Fulham team. So let's share that one. Here we go. Right. So Fulham team is Leno, Castagna, Bassi, Ream, Robinson, Paulina, Lukic, De Cordova Reed, Andreas, Willian, and Vinicius. So that means, so what's his face? Ain't even playing then. Rodak, Balotor, De Fogarales, never heard of him. Reed, Iwobi, Wilson, Kearney, Raul, and Munez on the bench. So I think looking at the teams, I think Tottenham look like the better side. To be fair. So wait a minute, what we're doing here? What do you mean my account's just signed in on another device? Oh wait a minute. Yeah, I did actually. My bad. Right, okay. Wait a minute, what are you on about? Signing on another device? Yeah, it's a great tool. Yeah, I mean, I will. I will actually look at it and get it sorted. Right, I need to log this in again. I don't know what this is on about. It's saying I've already signed in somewhere else. Someone linked my bloody account. The hell? Let's have a look. I mean, I could always get on Sky anyway, so it's not a big problem. I just thought I'd do it on this one instead. Right, let's see if we can get it right this time. If not, I'll just do it on Sky because I've got that as well. Right, okay, so now we've got it. Refresh the stream. Got 20 minutes to go, and it normally gives a countdown and gives you the actual thing to look at. But it ain't doing that for some reason. Hold up, have I just done the same thing? No, I ain't done the same thing again. Right, okay, so got the match up, but nothing's happening at the moment. Don't know if I'm going to get another warning saying that I've already signed in because I don't know where I've signed in, to be honest. We'll have to look into that, and then I'll probably change the password at some point. But yeah, I will. I will sort out the reset. I'll definitely sort out the reset and then start doing it properly. Quite enjoying it though, to be honest. Not bothered about using Questy because I've done all the quests before. So I mean, if I was playing it for the first time, then I wouldn't be. I think that's why I'm not too bothered about retail doing that as well because I'm playing it for the first time. I mean, I'm not playing it for the first time. I mean, so I don't mind that either because I've done the quest before. So it's not like I'm bothered about reading what's going on and stuff. All right, so we've got 20 minutes left before everything kicks off. I know there's a lot of people live at the moment, so fair play. I think Lee Gunner's live. I think Jazz is going live at 8. I think Tony Claude Gunner's live as well. But, that's how it is sometimes. At the end of the day, it's just how it is. So just watch or you don't. Simple as that, really. What's anybody been doing? What been watching? What films or anything like that, or any TV series or anything like that? What am I watching at the minute? Watching American Horror Story. Quite far behind on that. I'm also watching catching up on WWE. I'm about 2 years behind on that because of how long I've left it. But I know that what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name now. The guy who plays the Fiend, he passed away, didn't he, earlier this year? That sucked. He was only 40 odd as well. The more good content going around, the better. Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thing is, sometimes you're going to cross the streams. It's just how it goes. And, the way I look at it is people do watch-alongs for the games that I do. So, I do watch-alongs for the games that they do. It's just how it goes, mate, at the end of the day. Dog eat dog. No, it's not. It's not really. That's not the reason. But I don't know why there isn't a countdown on this, to be honest. Don't really want to watch it on Sky. Don't like watching football on Sky. Too many adverts, man. But yeah, what's everyone been up to? I mean, I know we was talking about fishing earlier. I can remember, when I was a kid, and my uncle took me out fishing, and he caught, I think it was a bream or something like that. And because I'm a kid, you don't realise or anything like that. So he just said, have a look at the fish and then sort of throw it back in. So what do? I throw it back in, right into the middle of the river. I just went woof, chucked it right up in the air, right into the middle of the river. He says, you realise you probably just knocked that fish out, don't you, when it's hit the water? Oh, well, never mind. You did say throw it back in, so, I did exactly what you said, basically. How you doing, Mama? You all right? Setting up my new rig like an excited child. Oh, what rig you got, mate? I could do a new one, to be honest. Do you mean fishing or PC? We tend to call PC a rig, so I don't know if you mean fishing or PC. Oh, fishing rig. Okay, mate. That's what we call PCs. So I was wondering what you meant. I thought you meant PC. But I was talking about fishing, really. So I mean, it's quite obvious it was about fishing. How you doing, Mama? What do you think to that Aston Villa West Ham game yesterday? That was good. Aston Villa looked really good, to be honest. West Ham looked all right as well, to be honest, but just didn't come off for him. Antonio was pretty useless, to be fair. Don't know what's up with him. He wasn't the best, to be honest, Antonio. Should have come off a lot sooner, in my opinion, because every time he was getting the ball, he was just losing it. So I think they should have done something about that. Right, we've got 15, 16 minutes to go before the game actually starts. It's still not getting a countdown on here. Don't know what's going off. Let's check it again. Been loads of floods. You guys had any floods or anything? Been loads of floods yesterday and day before. In my old town, actually, where my mum and dad live. One of the pictures is actually a massive flood behind my mum and dad's house, which is quite interesting. They come back tomorrow. They're in Turkey, I think. I remember once going pike fishing and caught a £13 pike. Forgot to bring forceps to open the fucker's mouth. Ended up getting my hands shredded. Wow, yeah. Nasty fuckers pikes are exactly why I love them. Yeah. Pikes and Xander. God, you're just weird. Lots of flooding in South Island, sadly. Yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot yesterday and the day before. Seen it on loads of pictures and stuff like that. Feels around here are more like swimming pools. Wow. I mean, I'm all right where I am, I think. I've never seen any of it, so not that I go out a lot. But it was chucking it down a bit yesterday and the day before. It's massive. I ain't been very well. I think I've had like a bit of a bug or something. I think I got a bit of a bug on Saturday when I went out. Some prick gave me a bug, I think. Here's Hot Fuzz. Hot of the Fuzzers.
How we doing?
All good, man. How's yourself?
Doing all right, doing all right. Yeah, a long morning with work today, and got back. Thought I had myself a couple of these cherry bakewell toast with my
Oh, nice.
peanut butter sandwich. All
Nice.
that good stuff. Big ups everybody in the chat as well.
Yeah, I'll tell you another thing that's good on this, What's good on this? I don't think it's on StreamYard, but you can actually turn down the guest. You know, when you get a guest who comes on and the bloody mic's really loud, you can actually turn them down. I've not seen it on StreamYard. It might be there, but it's right on the side of the screen on here. You ain't got to go into anything else.
Hmm.
Can you do that on StreamYard?
Um, I don't think there is an option, but
No.
I haven't looked in or tried to find an option to do that yet. There, so
Mm, mm.
maybe there is, but
I
I don't
just
know.
wonder because I've had some people come on and they've been a bit loud.
Hmm.
Do you know what I mean? So the fact that you can actually, I bet you probably can in the settings on StreamYard. I don't know, but on this it's easier because it's just on the side. So do it easy.
Hmm.
Would you ever start a channel, Mama? Will you? Will you, Mama? Will you ever start a channel? I don't think she's that into. Well, she loves football, but I don't think she's that into talking about it or anything. I mean, she could do one about the dogs, I suppose.
Either that, or she can do her own style of goggle box TV for Newcastle games. Happy
Hmm.
days.
Yeah, she could do the dogs trying to eat an extra strong mint. I saw that thing you
Or a
posted the
chili
other day.
plant.
Yeah, chili plant.
I swear, my old cat used to,
Oh.
whilst we went away somewhere, he went and ate quite a few of some of my dad's chili plants that he had in this conservatory.
Yeah.
And we knew what you'd done straight away because the second we looked in that part of the house, we saw everything all on the windowsills, just all over the floor, just trash. The whole room was trash. Like this little cat that decided to eat a chili plant decides to start whirling and running around the walls,
Mm.
knocking everything over and just trashing the whole room. It is
Well,
concerning at the time, but it's hilarious looking back at it.
we got my grand's dog pissed once, and he basically just sat there the whole night barking at the wall. Oh, that was ages ago. That was, man. Oh my days! And then we were smoking weed, and he ate some and just started going absolutely nuts.
I've tried to do that with my cat with catnip and see if it has that same sort of like stoned reaction to catnip, but he never actually got that interested in it. He'd sort of
No, no.
sniffed it once or twice, and that was it. Kind of left it at that.
If I ever did, it would only be vids of my dog. Yeah, I mean, why not? Why not vids of your dog? People love stuff like that. You got that marmalade and that black cat and the ginger cat. That they've got a good following. You got foxes, you got kittens. So people do that all the time. To be honest, so I mean, it's not a bad thing. People are interested in seeing stuff like that. No, Carl, I don't mind appearing, but that's it.
I'll tell you what, there's
Uh,
quite a few of those Instagram accounts out there of people who turn their pets into celebrities.
oh yeah, I
Like
wouldn't do that.
there's a couple that I follow, which Doug the pug, probably most notably because I like pugs, and
Mm.
Doug's the most famous pug, and
You know what I hate?
viral.
I hate when people dress dogs up.
They do
It's
go a
like,
little bit over the top with that.
well, they don't need it, mate. They don't need to be dressed as a sailor. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, man. Absolute ridiculous. Carl says I did see a drunk bear in Canada once. Was fucking hilarious. The fucking ate a ton of fermenting fruit and was thrashed, or maybe he was dying. I don't know. I think I saw that video actually. I think I saw that video. I'm way too gobby for it, Carl Rossi, and according to my hobby, I have an attitude problem. You attitude problem? Never heard it.
Well, that's the thing. We've never really seen Mama Flossie live while she's watching Newcastle play football.
True.
she, she's probably brutal.
Well, true. I mean, I'd do a watch along with her. So I mean, that could be quite interesting. That would be quite interesting. Have you seen what a lot of Forest fans are saying about Cooper, saying that he's out of order with his post-match talk and all that kind of stuff, saying that it was to do with fatigue that he took players off? I don't understand how he's out of order.
Well, yeah, the manager's comments are manager's comments. I mean,
he hasn't ditched anybody out. He hasn't said, "Oh, it was his fault or that fault or any fault." I mean, from the way he talks, it wasn't a tactical change on his behalf. It was the players that kind of started sitting back and thinking, like that. So I don't know what's going on there. Carl says it wasn't a video yet. Yeah, I saw this bear in real life. Oh, right, okay. I know I ain't seen one in real life, but
might be one of them Russian videos because a lot of Russian videos have bears in them. Doing.
But he says it weren't a video. He says it real. He says he saw it for real. I didn't know he got bears in Ireland.
He said when he's in Canada.
He did say Canada, didn't he? I'll just see. I was just checking to see if he was on the ball. If he was on the ball, that's all
I'm sure if you go to certain places in Ireland, like in urban jungles, you might see a couple of bears in there. Some grizzly-looking people.
I would imagine Jaminio's liquidated them all, to be honest. Fuck's sake, yeah. What does he say there? If that's out of order, then what was Arteta's "conquer my wife" comment? I don't know, mate, but that guy seems to get away with murder, doesn't he? Really? That's probably what he meant, really, murder.
I'm pretty sure Arteta was talking about the reason is, or people are saying the reason Arsenal's midfield were like dead and they looked tired, fatigued and stuff. Oh, it's because they've all come off international duties. They've flown back from South America. But two of Chelsea's players that absolutely stole the show in their midfield came back from South America as well. So it's just like this really is another one of them Thai comments. Can't forget it's been raining.
Yeah.
Oh Christ! So I was watching Northside's show with the Jezens. I forgot what the Chelsea bloke's name is.
Gunny.
No, not this. It's not Matisse either. It's Lewis.
Carefree Lewis.
Yeah, Carefree Lewis. The way in which this rain is special rain at Stamford Bridge. It's more drawn to red fabrics. It leaves blue fabrics and stays away. To see 11 little clouds just chasing Arsenal players around the pitch. Really feels like they'll probably go that far to sort of cover up for some shortcomings.
That's true. The local pub in my area is full of grizzly fuckers. We know that you're always beating them up, aren't you? I mean, if you've got that in your local pub, mate, you should be getting fights easily, really. You know what I mean?
It's funny. Another funny thing about that stream was when Jez decided he wanted to give some physical demonstrations as to how players jump on a football pitch. He's just there jumping. He's just there jumping on screen, and just the chat is losing it at this point.
I'll have to drop over and give it a watch at some point. I watched the Warren one about Bobby Charlton. That was well emotional, man. He was really getting upset because he met him, and there's a picture of him with Bobby Charlton talking to him and stuff. So obviously it means a lot to him. It means a lot to all of us, but I mean, if you've met somebody, then it's a bit bigger for you, isn't it? It rains off in Stamford Bridge, extra slippy. Now I'm 0-7 against him, Yeti. He'd get more grizzly, mate. He gets more grizzly. Take your dog, mate, and you'll have them.
Challenge him
That
to a
was
game of
just the
snooker
best.
instead.
He had me in tears. Yeah, I gotta watch that.
It's honestly hilarious when you watch it. It's the most active I've ever seen him on a camera, but
I got. Yeah, I want to see it now. Actually,
I wonder if someone's going to clip that and send it somewhere around on YouTube.
they should do. They 100% should do because I mean I don't think I've seen Lee Gunner do it, so they can't say he was copying there, can they?
To be fair, you don't need to look out for the gunner jumping on this camera. You just need to go back into his archives and you'll find his shorts where he's just dancing on screen to some TikTok tunes. So there's one that sticks in my mind is where he's just awkwardly grinning at the camera. And he's just it's just like, oh Lee, it's just so cringe. Does he know that this is still up there? Because I don't know.
He probably does. I wonder how you'd do you know at what point it was where Jez was doing that?
It must have been somewhere where midway towards the end, I think, because there's Northside watching AFTV fan cam videos and reacting to it, and there are a couple of them saying, "Oh, you know, he's jumping for the ball like people always jump for the ball and put their arms out," and just like, no, they don't. And then Jesus was like, "No, let me show you. Let me give you a demonstration."
Lee's midnight drunk streams were the absolute best. Yeah, I can imagine. The thing is, you know, like when you get so big as like what he is now, you've got to sort of watch your P's and Q's, aren't you? I mean, I'm not bothered. I mean, I'll keep doing it the way I do it anyway. But you know, I suppose at some point you do have to sort of rein it in a bit. Every guy ever will, just not made like that. I'll always keep saying what I want to say, and you know, if people don't like it, then you know they don't have to view, do they? At the end of the day, it was after Lewis left. Let's have a look.
That's towards the end of the stream. Then
let's have a look. See if I can find it.
Live for another sort of like 20 or 10 minutes after Lewis dropped off.
Well, I can share it. I can share the screen. Not going to get done for that, surely. I'm not bothered. I'm not monetized anyway. So, is it that one? Yeah, that one there. Right. Okay. Let me have a look. Oh my days, that's lad.
The game is about to kick off, and I'll tell you what I'm eager to see happen here is if Fulham beat Tottenham, although it's probably not going to happen, is that Henry Wright's got to do the one chip challenge. He's got to eat the spiciest chip on the planet, and he can't handle the spicy food already as it is.
No.
So
I'm just going to.
Also, shout out to Scumbag City fans, by the way, who were chanting Charlton's in a box after the game
wow,
the other day.
That's sick, isn't it? That's just ridiculous, isn't it? That is. Same as when our chairman passed away, the Derby fans did it as well.
I swear, like the City fans that are constantly mocking Air Munich disaster weren't one of their old-time legends included in.
Yeah, they probably won't know that, mate, because they're just got no clue, have they?
That's true, because they started supporting 2008. How am I with spices? To be fair, I'm sort of. There's certain points. It's like a chili con carne, for example. If I'm having food legitimately with like a bit of spice in it, I'm okay with a bit of spice, but I don't want to have it too spicy because otherwise I'll just stop tasting the food. Just so it's like hot chili sauces or Tabasco sauce or things like that. Like maybe just little bits of it here and there, but that, not really that big on.
Yeah.
Plus, I've got a stomach.
He's just about to stand up. Hold up. Let me try and share the screen.
Yeah. Plus, my stomach, I've got acid reflux problems, so
spicy
food absolutely would just murder my stomach, and I'll probably just be dying for like a good solid 24 hours.
I have exactly the same, mate. I'll tell you what I've got. I don't know if it'll help you, but if you use, I've got papaya extract. I mean, I'll take like a lansoprazole in the morning, which kind of helps my heartburn and acid reflux. But then I have like papaya extract tablets, what I got off Amazon. I'll have to show you what they are because they are good. Because papaya is really good for it. And I'll tell you another thing to do as well is make sure you got enough cushions when you're in bed, so that your head is higher than your chest. You know, so basically, I mean, obviously your head's always higher than your chest, but you know what I mean. It's up on a point where it's above your chest because that stops it coming up to. Stops the reflux coming up your system.
Yeah, to be fair,
that sounds terrible. Coming up your system.
To be fair, like the acid reflux itself is not actually like that bad, but it's sometimes like, dependent on what I have. Like I've cut out a lot of fizzy drinks and stuff, and caffeine, sugary stuff, as well as that. A lot more gluten bits and pieces that I've sort of cancelled out of my diet. I still have gluten here and there, but I don't have it anywhere near as much as say or as high intake as I did before, and it's a little it's like a little bit more chilled out, but it's still something that's been there, and I've had this problem for about 10 years now.
Yeah, mate, I'm same. Well, I've got like a few things that can try and sort it.
Oh, good save, Leno.
Are we all with spice? Oh, mate, don't. I can't eat anything that's hot or anything like that. I mean, I don't mean that I just eat salads. I mean, you know, like curries and all that. Oh, no, not for me. Right, anyway, I found it. Let's put it on the screen. Right, okay, wait, give me a sec. I've got to play the damn thing, haven't I?
Shut the hell up, bro. What are you talking about? Who jumps like this? Come on. Here's me jumping, right? That's me. That's me jumping. Hands out here. Let's do it how they make it out, right? This is me jumping. Right, this is me jumping.
Never change, Jess. Never change. Absolutely brilliant.
Oh my days, that is funny. Oh, that was funny. He's away, disappears. Because he's on green screen. He just goes up in the air, then disappears.
It'd been even funnier is if he jumps up and just disappears, but it just doesn't come back down again.
Yeah, you imagine it hanging on the light thing. Or if he's got one of them swizzle, and all you can see is just his legs keep going round. And oh man, that was fucking funny. When I stopped drinking, I have zero acid reflux. Tip to sleep on your left side totally helps heartburn. Yeah, that's another
shaping
one.
of the stomach into your gullet.
Drinking is massive, to be honest. That is one of the biggest causes. Just going to show Jess some support. Yeah, 100%, man. Give me my love as well. Right, so. Oh, wait a minute. Game's on now. So, yeah, man, that is funny. That is funny. Good on him, man. Good on him for doing that. I thought he was going to... You know, when he landed the first time, I thought his chair was going to go.
It's just the way he sort of sits back down in his seat almost instantly. It's almost like, oh crap, my knees are gone.
Oh, man.
I can barely jump myself now. My knees are clicky as all hell.
Well, I mean, you at your age, man. I mean, I'm pretty much the same. I mean, I'm 50-year-old, so understand.
I mean, my knees are a little bit weird, though. I'm weirdly shaped. I think I've got my grandmother's knees where they're sort of like where they're structured. Instead of like getting the joints and going straight down again, it's sort of like they go outwards a little bit on the lower part of the leg.
Yeah.
So the thigh, the bone over the under the thigh is normal, but then after the knee joint, it sort of caves out a little bit.
Yeah.
So it's a oddly shaped knee. Not oh dear, it's Pete.
Yeah, I just seen it. Just fighting with the Haywood gang and Pete himself. Oh well. Well, is he saying that was a good result on Saturday? Because it weren't. Suppose you'll see anyway. I mean, this is all Tottenham and the looks on it. Oh, Madison's just got bought down just outside the area. Well, I mean, it's a few yards outside the area, but I'm sure he'll push it a bit forward. Yeah, you can't say that weren't a foul. That was definitely a foul. Kicks him straight in the shin, and it misses his little shin pads where he's got. Honestly, reckons he's got TJ sacked. Who's that? What Haywood does? What a dunce! How's he going to get TJ sacked? What do you think he's doing? Playing American football? Not going to get anybody sacked. Go on. Oh, that's Richarlison, isn't it? No, Van der Ven. It's not looking good for Fulham at the minute.
Yeah, been a bit fortunate to not actually go 1-0 down to Son in the opening, like 1 minute 47, I think it was. Played straight through on goal. But
0-0 on mine.
No, well, yeah, it was a chance really early in the game.
Oh, right, okay.
Leno saved it, but it could have been 1-0.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, he says 0-0 on mine. Thought I was...
Oh, he's given a foul late.
Is he getting... He's not given a penalty, is he?
No, he's basically given a foul right on the... actually,
that's not good. That's like a penalty for Madison. That's outside the box. That is. That's like a penalty for Madison. That is. Ooh, and it's a foul. It's definitely a foul. I think they're arguing it if it's a penalty or not, but it ain't. It was outside the area.
Yeah.
But like I say, it's like a penalty for Madison, 100%.
It'd be a bit like a penalty for Lionel Messi. He loves taking free kicks from that sort of position on his left foot.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Mama, my word, Mama, the stuff this freak comes out with. He's a bloody idiot, isn't he? It's gobsmacking, Cole. He does come out with some shit, but we shouldn't really talk about jazz like that, to be honest. Evening, Yeti, Opfors and chat. I have a headache, so I ain't staying long, but I have it the light. Cheers, buddy. Cheers all the time, man.
You haven't been watching a string of AFTV videos by any chance, have you? So no, that stuff is can affect people quite badly.
Yeah, and they still ain't took this free kick. What are they arguing about?
trying to set up a wall.
Can't believe how long that took to actually get the free kick done. This is promising. This is.
Try to be smart with it.
Ah, right, okay. You're in front of me then. Are you on Bing?
Yeah.
Which one you on? Full HD?
Yeah.
Right, let me change.
The HD one was like an entire minute behind.
Yeah, I'm on full HD now. And it's froze. Great start. So now I've been behind anyway, so never mind. Worth a try, I suppose. Go ahead, rest. Go ahead, rest you. Go rest your head, Jaminio. Oh my days, I can't speak. Yeah, things for headaches. I mean, you want well, there's only really like painkillers, really, but there's also an old trick where if you get your thumb and your forefinger and you press your little finger on your other hand, press on the nail, it takes the tension off your head. Your nail hurts like fuck, but it takes the tension off your head. That works. It's not 100%, but it does actually take a bit of tension off your head.
I've tried doing those technique things where it's like you do different pressure points and it drains out your sinuses, because I know a lot of the time you get sinus aches. What a bloody save that is from Vicario.
You're in front of me again now, then.
What a bloody save that was.
You're well in front of me, actually. Because Vicario hasn't even touched the ball yet. Ah, right, yeah, there it is. Keeps catching itself up. Yeah, it is a bloody good save as well, that is. Yeah, cracking save. One-handed save from a header. Bullet header. It's good stuff. They're going to need that, because, I mean, they can score goals, but, you know, you've got to have somebody at the back who's capable as well. Like 12 minutes gone, still 0-0. Spurs Fulham. They should win this and take advantage of everybody else. Really, shouldn't they?
Oh, that's a foul.
Yeah. Oh my days. Yeah, definitely. That kicked him in the gut. Horrible shirts, aren't they? Fulham.
Yeah.
Who came up with that idea?
I think it's quite a few shirt designs where it's just like, who designed this? Give me names. Need to make some of these people disappear before they have too much influence.
Yeah, definitely. Well, there is some awful looking shirts in there this season. I mean, sorry, but the Arsenal one. Oh man, that's horrible. I don't care if it's supposed to be Islington or whatever it's supposed to be. It looks shit. You know what I mean? I don't care what it's supposed to be. It looks crap. Oh, Charlison's bought down there. It's just one foul after another. And then he tries to claim it, the guy that puts him on the deck. That's mad, that is.
Like Luis Suarez trying to claim a handball against the goalkeeper that caught a ball in his own box.
Yeah. They're not the brightest, are they? It's a good job they got the brains in their feet. Because some of these players are not the brightest. It's a bit... it's very sort of low blocky from Fulham. I think the best chances they have is probably the set pieces. But they are very much like 4-4-2. It looks like.
What do you think of Papis Matassar in the Spurs midfield?
No, he looks all right. I think he's come on quite a bit actually from sort of last season. I think he's going well with Ange Postecoglou. I think he needs Basuma though.
I always find him a little bit erratic for some reason. Like there's something about how he plays the game. Feels like he's still a bit raw. Like there's not as much technique.
No.
That's very forced. Everything he does. I don't know what it is. It's just I get that feeling about him where it's just like it's not comfortable or like smooth watching him play.
Yeah. I mean, he's young though, isn't he? So I suppose over time he'll get. I mean, look at Basuma. I mean, when he first signed for Tottenham, he looked nothing like the player that was playing for Brighton. But now he's actually started to pick that up. He still gets silly yellow cards, and then there's dumb things like he's already on a yellow and then dives. I mean, that's what I mean when I say they're not that bright, are they?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is just the stupidest thing ever. You don't imagine. I've seen a few of them do it last week and this week, where they're on a yellow card and then they go and fly in on somebody. It's like, what are you stupid? Well, Kovacic done it, and then who did it this week? Gameres did it last week, as well as Kovacic. Someone else did it this week as well. I can't remember who it was, and I think they got sent off as well. You just don't do that because the ref's watching you when you've got a yellow. So it just makes no sense.
I think Akanji got a second yellow. Some point really, really late in added time.
Yeah.
In the City game. I think it was Akanji.
Well, I mean, you've also got the Liverpool one as well, where he should have had a second yellow as well, Canati.
Yeah, I don't get how that was not a yellow.
No.
It was a cynical foul. And by the letter of the law, like this, any cynical foul that stops a passage or potential passage of play is immediately cautioned with a yellow card.
Yeah, exactly. Big up Wolf, by the way.
Big ups, mate. Is it this subjectivity about how they view a game? Oh, it's a Merseyside derby. I can't go sending everybody off.
You shouldn't be thinking like that, though. At the end of the day, you should be going by the letter of the law.
Well, the letter of the law should be if teams are actually doing crazy stuff like that in a game, then sure, send lots of people off. I mean, look at the big derby games out in Spain or Italy. You see like there's no like, oh, but because it's a big game, we should let more challenges go. Like no, you see the amount of red cards that happen in those fixtures is ridiculous.
Well, the thing is, you've got a job to do. You don't. If you're at work, you don't just decide. You know what? I'm not going to sell this to these people. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We do what your job is. Wolf says what I think about the Chelsea game. Missed opportunity, mate. To be honest, you should have won that.
17 minutes. Arsenal, I think, showed the world exactly where they are at the moment. But then it was literally Chelsea who just hit the self-destruct button after that point.
If they had a good number 9, they'd have won that, I think. And maybe if they didn't take Mudryk and Sterling off. But, I mean, that's just one of them things. But if they had a good number 9, they could have had it won in the first half.
Big chance here on the break. Oh, Van der Ven's way too quick.
Yeah, you're in front of me again.
Really pacey.
Yeah, he's been a good one. He's been a good signing, hasn't he, Van der Ven? Looked quite good.
Got a good age profile as well, so he's still got room to improve and room to grow. And pacey centre backs are quite highly sought after at the higher levels of the game. Too many slow centre backs nowadays. Not quick enough to get around the pitch. I think Sanchez killed us. I know it's a tale of two goalkeepers almost stealing the show for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think it's probably just part of what the modern game is nowadays. That managers, they all try to incorporate the build-up of their team's system or tactical style of playing the game. They try to start it as early as possible from back to front. So it starts with the goalkeeper. Play the short pass, and then the defender passes here and there, and move it into midfield and transition into the attack, and things like that. Like it's basically we're witnessing the game by default changing, because beforehand we'd watch one or two teams in the world play with this goalkeeper passing out from the back, and it was just like, oh wow, that manager plays such a great style of football. But now everybody's trying to do it, but you're seeing en masse now all the wrong reasons about playing out from the back, because there's a lot of goalkeepers that just they're not.
When it works, it's awesome. But when it don't, it's not good at all. It's just really not.
Polina, heavy touch and jumps 2-footed into a challenger on Doji.
Ref letting it go or what? Oh, they're fighting now.
Nah, it's fine. They're just kissing each other on the forehead.
Typical footballers pretending they can fight. I don't know why they do that either. Welcome back, Mama.
Clatters him. Proper challenge. Welcome back, Mama.
Back in the set, mate.
Yeah. It was Bayern and Barca that started it. I think it was Pep Guardiola that just started the whole thing. At least with the latest trends, because I know that there's quite a few systems that have tried to innovate football down the years, like I'm talking decades and decades and decades ago. I think it was someone like can't remember who it was. I don't think it was Xabi Alonso. I think it was somebody else, former player. I think it was Cesc Fabregas, when you try to get into management, had an idea for this crazy formation that went around, got passed around in the headlines, talking about some like really vacant defense into defensive midfield, and then just loads of players sitting forward in the attack. I mean, even Ten Hag's system, like when someone tries to describe it to you, like the tactical analysts describe the Ten Hag system to you, it's confusing as all hell, really confusing. But when you see it happen, like prime example is Ajax under Ten Hag, like proper scintillating football. But Christ, are we ever going to see even even a percentage, a slight morsel of that Ajax team style of football? Goalkeeper, extra player on the park, pretty much. Half a bottle deep now, tempted to go have a go at them grizzly fucks at local. If they're not down to fight, go and beat them at a game of pool or snooker, something like that. If you watch the show, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, break out Lucille. Lost 7 times, but destined to win this one. Innovate your offence, Carl Rossi. Try a shooting star press off of the off of the bar. To see all of them just having a scrap below and just jump off the top. Take all of them out at the same time. I tell you what, there's no real flow about this game. It's just back and forth. It's like watching the Chuckle Brothers with their own teams. Oh my God, that was woeful. Lukic. Don't know what that was from Lukic, but crikey. Yes, Master Watson. I love that Paul Hustle episode, yeah. The way which Uncle Phil looks so clueless about how to play snooker. And you suckers these gangsters into wagers that are really, really high paying, high odds. And he's like, break out Lucille. Just aces him.
I forgot me alcohol handbag.
Oh.
My cooler bag, which don't work anyway. Crap. But yeah, you know what City fans are going to be singing next week, then, don't you? It's disgusting, that is. Man's a football hero.
Mm.
But I bet half of them saying it don't even know who he is.
Bloody hell, Vicario. I thought he was about to go like he's trying to. Oh my God! Oh, he's offside, isn't he?
I know you're way ahead of me.
Tell you what, Vicario almost played Spurs into massive trouble there. And
Spurs ain't looking that great, are they, really?
No.
Not what you'd expect, anyway. This is the thing, you see. If you get top of the table, you got to be better than this.
Tell you what, Roy Keane sees this goalkeeping displays, throwing hands. Bring the Kittet on stream, Yeti. Got a cat that's
Kitty's asleep over there. Gets up every time I go downstairs because he wants his dinner. Oh, terrible shot. Straight at him.
You're ahead of me now.
Ah, good. That bloody time. Well, you not seen the Højbjerg shot?
Yeah. Literally just now.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, but it still had happened at the time you called it out.
I don't believe you.
Fine, I'll get a mirror. So you can see. Then again, if I get a mirror, I'm streaming the game.
Clip it and show it, or it never happened.
It's like them kids that are just like proof or no balls.
Yeah, his mythical bag of options. He's full of strange and mysterious beasts. It probably is, actually. It probably is. So, yeah, I mean, on the Chelsea-Arsenal game, I thought it was a missed opportunity for Chelsea, to be honest. I thought you 100% should have won that game.
Mm.
Arsenal was poor. Zinchenko, oh my days.
I do not buy for 1 second into this whole, Arsenal weren't lucky, Chelsea were. We could have won that game if it went on a little bit longer. Like, that's not the point.
That's not the point, is it?
The point is, for 70 minutes, you were absolutely walked around that pitch like you were Chelsea's bitch.
Yeah.
Go and do that against a team that is clinical and do not take their foot off the throat.
And if Sanchez didn't give that away, who's to say they would have got back in it anyway?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, that was just a freak goal, and goals change games and change mentality. So to give away a goal like that, They was always going to go, oh, we've been shit today, but we've got a chance now. You know?
Yeah. What would you do with the goalkeeping situation? Because I know the bloody Arsenal lot, the Arsenal travelling support, wanted to let Raya know that they wanted Ramsdale back in goal. What would you do with the goalkeeping situation?
Well, for a start, I would get rid of most of them fans because when your goal is struggling and you can see he's a bit nervous, the last thing he needs to hear is you singing for the other goalkeeper. I mean, that's just pathetic. That is some of the most pathetic fans. But I've honestly, in all my time of being a football fan, I've never heard of fans doing that when a player's clearly struggling. What good did you think you was going to get out of it by giving him an even more rough time? He's just going to get worse. It's just dense. It's so dumb. It's like Pete Haywood was calling the shots. It's just stupid.
Yeah, for me, it's like when I look at Raya, I think of goalkeepers like Andre Onana. Like the goalkeeper is a good goalkeeper, but he's had a really, really bad start to life in a United shirt.
Yeah.
Whereas if he puts like the bad times behind him and he starts putting in proper like top-notch performances, we'll be like, that's why you should back your goalkeeper. That's why you stick with him and you support him when he's had a bad start. It's like, right, he comes in, he's clearly bought for a reason.
Yeah.
And the thing is that you, before Raya was bought, were like, Ramsdale's suspect, man. We should get him out of the team and give someone else a chance. So Raya comes in and he has a bit of trouble. He has a little bit of a struggle. And it's like, oh, well, Ramsdale's way better than Raya. Well, you weren't saying that.
Well, no, but I mean, that's Arsenal, isn't it? They change their minds so many times. You know what I mean? They're worse than a pregnant woman who gets who gets something they want to eat and then it changes every 5 minutes. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, they are ridiculous. I mean, for me, Ramsdale has done some amazing stuff for Arsenal, but it's how they want to play, and if they want to play where Raya, where they play from the back, which to me don't seem to be working. But that idiot won't see it, so you just got to go with it. But I don't know. I would put Ramsdale in just to shake Raya up a bit.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if it's the
game
the
is
focus.
awful, Mama. You're right.
Yeah, absolutely trash. I'm wondering, with this whole like focus on Raya, if this is common theme for goalkeepers now with fan bases, that it's always the goalkeeper's the problem because the manager, his tactics are so flawless and all of this, and everybody else in the team is completely exempt from any blame to any capacity. What about if the defensive midfield are not actually good enough to support Raya enough for him to play the passes out of the back?
Very true.
So he keeps going long, and Arteta keeps berating him. It's like, why are you going long? And he goes, because look who's marking my teammates I'm passing to. Look at the spaces they take up. Look at the options they give me.
Yeah.
It's like David De Gea went long a lot of the time because the defence or midfield weren't opening options.
Well,
then
exactly.
You've got Andre Onana, who's the ball-playing goalkeeper, right? Modern and all of that stuff. And then we start seeing Onana playing it long as well.
But them Arsenal players give him some real hospital passes as well.
Yeah.
They actually put him in trouble with when they give him the ball back. So there's already a player on him. So maybe the learning needs to be from them having a different style of keeper than Ramsdale. But Arteta, again, will not admit that.
Well, I think it's got to be a change from Arteta because clearly the setup, the players aren't putting themselves in positions, or in the way in which the shaping of the team is when they go to start a build-up, or the transition's not there.
No.
Like they're not doing the right things to begin a transition from back to front. Some players might disappear or are hiding, like they're sat behind, players marking them.
Yeah.
And it's like there's so many variables to this reasoning as to why a goalkeeper might look bad or is struggling.
Yeah.
And I don't believe that Raya is, if he's making mistakes like that. Don't get me wrong, I've seen Raya make mistakes at Brentford, and a few times we got caught out and was made to look a little bit silly. But he's not that bad. He's not that bad of a goalkeeper.
He's not that bad.
We all know he's not that bad of a goalkeeper. So, yeah.
But I mean, even if you're a good goalkeeper and you're good at playing out from the back, if your players are giving you passes that puts a man on you straight away every time, you're going to get nervous. Oh, this looks Son, yeah, goal, 1-0 Spurs. He was open there, mate. The space just opened up for him there. He's never going to miss. Spurs are top of the league.
7 goals in 9 for Heung-min Son.
Yeah. Spurs are top of the league, man. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, the whole team needs to learn the style. I mean, because they was used to the style of Ramsdale last season. Now they've got to get used to the style of Raya. So,
I tell you what, with Son's goal there, look, Bassi, who's running across, gets body checked by Tim Ream.
Yeah.
So he's late to block the shot. I think he would have been there to block that shot because he is moving quite fast.
Yeah.
He made the error originally, and I think he might have done just
enough.
Yeah,
he's run straight into him, hasn't he?
Oh, Tim Ream. Fine margins if he just doesn't block him that he probably gets.
Yeah, ran into each other, and Spurs take advantage of it. Palmer. Oh, that Palmer's cool. He's a good player, is that Palmer. I'm surprised he got him from City, to be honest. I do like him. Good player.
Says Harrison Gilmore from Twitch said hi. Hi, Harrison Gilmore from Twitch.
How you doing, mate? All right. I don't even see that. Oh, it'd be on the actual thing, wouldn't it? I can't even see it on there either. No, I can't see anything from Twitch. Oh yeah, I see it there. Harrison Gilmore. How you doing, buddy? All right? It's just going to be all Spurs from now on, do you reckon?
Maybe for the rest of this half. I think it'd be interesting to get into the second half if there's a change or a swing. Like, I think Spurs do need to put this game to bed. They need to show a bit of a lack of mercy.
Yeah, definitely. Hold up. Ooh, that nearly an own goal. Nearly an own goal from Bassi. Cleared it though, that's the main thing. But now it's got Spurs corner. They look on it now though, Spurs. Madison corner coming in. Son's having a fight with their keeper. You know, the crazy thing is, you know how if the refs did their jobs properly, you'd get a penalty every single corner because there's always somebody who's got someone in headlock or holding on to somebody and pulling them over and stuff.
Oh my days.
You got in front of me again.
Oh yeah, a long way in front of me, but that should have been 2-0.
What you on? I'm on 38.50.
39.28.
How the hell did you get there?
I think what it is when you click off the tab that Bing Sports is on, it actually buffers the stream more.
Right.
So that when you tab back in, it's not actually, continue to the stream. I think it's a little bit of it being like if you're watching it live and not with somebody else and you're just watching it for yourself, it's almost trying to save you from missing anything so you don't have to worry about moving it back.
Yeah. Cuddles in the 6-yard box. Yeah, it is. It's madness.
I tell you what, give EA about a year to create an artificial referee that looks for penalty incidences in the box.
Yeah.
There'll be about 20 penalties every half of football.
AI referees.
Yeah.
Can you imagine it? AI referees. A robot on the pitch.
Never be any wrong offside calls. We wouldn't need VAR because it just instantly, the second that the run gets made, the ball doesn't even need to make it to the player in the attack. Just straight away.
Yeah.
Instantly.
Oh, that was nice. So they should have gone for the volley there. Cordoba Reed. Got a corner though. Fulham's got a corner, and that's where they've looked the most dangerous. It really hadn't much else, to be honest, going forward.
No.
Referee's a wank bot. Yeah, pretty much.
I hear that some Spurs fans rate Udogie as the best left back in the Premier League.
Yeah, well, they're banter, aren't they, really? But I don't think that's right. But
who do you reckon is the best left back in the league at the moment?
Best left back in the league? Probably. Well, is Reece James a left back?
You're a right back.
No, not him then. Left back. I'm trying to think of.
We've got
left backs, to be honest. Dallow's pretty good.
Funny
I don't think he's not the best in the league.
He's usually a right back, actually, Diego Dallo, but he can play on the left side because I think he's a little bit.
Actually, I'd probably say I've been quite impressed with Guardiola, to be honest.
Guardiola, yeah. We've got Ben Chilwell. Dan Burn from Newcastle's done all right.
Yeah, Dan Burn's all right. And he offers that for the corners and stuff like that. The strength he's got in the air.
The funny thing about Dan Burn is he's not built as a fullback, is he?
No.
He's so tall and lanky. You think, yeah, he's a centre back, and he was a centre back at Brighton. Goes to Newcastle, starts off as a centre back for them, and then he gets moved into the fullback position. I'm like, was that because they haven't got enough left backs to play out there?
No.
Or is it because they see something there? But to be fair, he's actually done quite well.
Yeah,
he has played there.
Actually, best left back is Zinchenko, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, it is. Krychenko.
Inverted hybrid. I mean, there's not many players that can play that. So even he can't.
There's not many players in the world that can make Sterling look like prime Lionel Messi at times.
No, always got a chance here. Oh my days! What are you doing there, William? I don't see much danger from Fulham, to be honest.
they're a weird team. It's like some games they switch it on, and then others they just look absolutely toothless.
Mm.
There's no imagination. There's no quality.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'd agree with that. Trippier, best right back, definitely.
It's quite a few good right backs actually. Got Kyle Walker.
Yeah.
Obviously Reece James, Kieran Trippier, Aaron Wan-Bissaka when he's on it.
Actually, yeah. I mean, now you say it, Kyle Walker. Yeah. Reece James, when he gets himself back to full fitness, I mean, he's really good.
Livramento is quite a steady right back. He's at Newcastle as well.
Yeah. Yeah, he's decent as well. Well, it's nearly half time. 2 minutes left to go. It's not the most entertaining of games. I'd expect Spurs to be on the throat, to be honest. The top of the league. So you'd expect them. They're doing the same as what they did with Luton, really. Apart from they're not having as many chances. But I mean, don't talk to me about what we did with Luton. But that's bloody annoying, man. Gusto looks decent as well. That Gusto for Chelsea, he looks really good as well. I thought he was good against us, to be honest, but what's going on there?
I don't know, but they're zoomed in on Bassey again.
Oh, let's have a look.
They tried to call for a penalty.
No.
The foot was. I mean, Højbjerg looks like he's run into that, and he's like, "Oh, I can try and
Yeah,
this."
Definitely. Yeah, actually, you're right there. Cucurella was solid. He was really good, Cucurella. He had Saka in his pocket.
You're starting to get a little bit of the Brighton Cucurella come into play now.
I think Chelsea will have a really good end of the season, to be honest. I think as soon as them injuries start coming back, and well, not that they're coming back. I mean, the injured players coming back. I meant, and maybe in January get a 9, or they have the other guys back. Then I think they'll be all right. But then again, Arsenal's got to buy somebody as well, surely. It is. Saka is still in his pocket, I think.
He's gone back to the injury table to continue his treatment.
I like it when fans say that their player was terrible when it was actually the defender that was making them look terrible because they couldn't get past him.
So there's not as much appreciation for the art of defending.
No.
I suppose it would probably take for Simeone to come into the Premier League and build this bastard team. It's impossible to score against half the time. To probably get people to think, oh, Jesus Christ. I mean, these defenders are so good. I mean, it's like bloody Mourinho making Chris Smalling and Phil Jones look like one of the best centre-back partnerships the Premier League's ever seen.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, I think Phil Chelsea Jones and Forest are still for top 10, definitely. We've got
United
to get that together,
like
though. We have.
It.
Yeah, I mean, who you got next? Man City
in the league, yeah.
So yeah, that's Got to be one of them, isn't it? Really?
What, a 6-1?
Possibly.
Another one of them. Yeah, 6-1.
Yeah.
It's good. I'll tell you what. Even if we don't lose that game, it's going to be one hell of a long afternoon. Such a long afternoon playing big teams, and it's like you're not if you're confident in a game, the game goes by a lot quicker. When you're not, my God, every minute feels like an hour.
Yeah, definitely.
Red Bull vodka. Right, what's happened?
How you doing, Red Bull vodka? See, I mean, look who we got next. I mean, we got to Liverpool at Anfield. So, I mean, that one's going to be fun, isn't it?
Yeah, you'll go win. What happened? You beat us end of last season. Now Luton taking the piss. I think that was a question about Forest.
Yeah, Liverpool at Anfield's never a funny one. It went never a fun one, is it?
No, I can vouch for it.
But yeah. But I mean, you've got to take these teams on, and that's it. So just is what it is, and it's the next game. So we've got to sort ourselves out and get something off them.
I'd say one way you could potentially win at Anfield is just complain about referees and the referee that's allocated for your fixture about not giving you any penalties or any decisions whatsoever. And then they'll be like, okay, don't worry about it. We got you, fam.
Yeah, definitely.
To see ridiculous amounts of BS decisions.
Yeah, definitely. Red Bull Vodka says, bro, what happened? You beat us end of last season. Now Luton taking the piss. Yeah, it was one of them, I'm afraid. We went 2-0 up. And then whether it was players or manager, I don't know. We had to take certain players off. Langer had to go off. Sangari had to go off. Dominguez went off. And it just, I don't know, we just sort of didn't have anything keeping the ball up front anymore. And they just took advantage of it. Not good. Not good at all. Carry on like that. I mean, we're just lucky that there's other teams that just ain't that great this season. But we've got to get his act together.
Just gauging just how big of a loss Woolwich Charlton is. Even FC Barcelona on the 22nd yesterday had a minute of silence before their game. In their
100%. 100%. I mean, that's how it should be, to be honest. I mean, the guy was amazing. He's an awesome player. He's just respect, and that part of the game seems to have gone out of it now. And fans will always rip into it, and I guarantee they'll be doing that at your game next week.
Oh, mate, they'll be in full singing voice, all about Munich and crap like that. I mean, they always do.
It's just ridiculous, man, that is. Absolutely ridiculous. I tell you what, if we can get a result against Liverpool next week, that would be massive, because we beat them at our place. But then, obviously, I mean, we're still unbeaten at our place in 19 games, but it's not the point. We should be beating Luton. Not disrespecting Luton, but we should be beating them. Yeah, R.I.P. Bobby, 100%, 100%. Looks like you're missing the Nigerian Awonyi, give him a pay rise. Yeah, I mean, Woods did score twice, where he scored 3 times, but the last one was offside. But, so, I mean, Woods did his job in that respect. It was the rest of the team. It seemed to be, I mean, we said it at the time, didn't we? It seemed to be when Sangari went off that it started to sort of fall to pieces and they started to get through us.
That's when I noticed the change or the shift in the game. It's that player that's got that. It's like last season, if Casemiro disappeared and we were stuck with McFred in midfield or something like that, you'd see the game change. Because unless you've got someone who's as good as Sangari or does the same job as Sangari, you can expect the balance of midfield to just alter a little bit, and it's just even that slight alteration's enough to really change the flow of a game.
Well, he's a good player. He was everywhere. I mean, he had that shot that just went past the post. I mean, if that goes in, it's a different story. But then again, everybody can say that about every game. You know, if that goes in, then we win that game. But if it don't go in, then you don't win it, and that's it, isn't it? There's no other way of looking at it like that. But the way some fans have gone about Cooper and what he said afterwards, I watched the post-match interview, and I didn't see anything that they was talking about at all. Not anything that I would have gone, oh, you're out of order for saying that and stuff like this. I mean, I didn't see anything like that. I think they were overreacting. To me, it just looked like overreaction because all he said was some of them was fatigue from the international weekend. Yes, he said Dominguez, who didn't play in the international, but I mean, that's one player. You know, Sangari did. Elanga was running his heart out most of the game, so I mean, you can understand why he had to go off. So, I don't know. Fans kind of make their own fantasy island out of certain games and things like that, and certain reactions. But to me, if you watch that post-match interview, Cooper just keeps it real, like he always does at the end of a game. I don't see where he said anything that's out of place or anything like that, unless I missed some of it, but I don't think I did. I quit smoking, but when I watch you, I feel like smoking. Sorry, mate. I only smoke when I'm drinking. I just drink all the time, so that's what screws it up.
Well,
I'm not liking this Stella a great deal, I must be honest.
Tell you what are your thoughts on the Ajax situation at the moment? Because they've finally sacked their manager after what seems like a very long time. They're sat in 17th place in Eredivisie. I mean, that's mental. I mean,
bad,
what a decline that is from Ajax. I mean, Ten Hag leaves Ajax, and everyone's just like, "Oh my days!"
Yeah, but they got so many players took off them, though, didn't they? Alessandro Martinez, Sangari. Not Sangari. He was at PSV. Gravenberch, was it?
Gravenberch, Mazraoui,
Timber.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the players that they lost, and Kudos, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, you look at the players that they lost. I mean, it's going to take a bit of time to get it back, isn't it?
Well, they pretty much lost that whole starting 11 across 2 seasons. But I think the biggest problem for me with Ajax is their board. There's something not right with their board, where they're like their policies they have about it being very sort of like, let's make talents and then let's sell them on the expense. It's like Brighton. You stick Brighton, but you expect them to win all the trophies.
Yeah.
The problem is that you see now the downsides to the Brighton policy, where you sell too many, but you can't replenish as fast as you're selling.
Yeah.
And you're not acquiring players at the same level at a consistent enough basis. So your level drops as a squad. And the worst thing is their management recruitment has been woeful.
Yeah.
On top of that. So the fact is that they're literally just grabbing whoever there is passing by the Amsterdam Arena, it seems like. Just grab them off the street. Hey, you're Ajax manager now. And it's come back to bite them on the arse. And now they've got to have a monumental turnaround, because I don't know if a new manager is going to be all that to fixing.
No. Well, 15 players over 2 seasons. I mean, and to me, Lisandro Martinez is a massive one. I think he's one of the best players you've signed, to be honest.
According to someone in our fan base as well, Ricky, I don't know if you know who Ricky is from the United stand.
Yeah.
Old
Big up,
chap.
Jaminho. Welcome back, buddy.
Welcome back. He believes that Johnny Evans is a better centre back than Lissandro Martinez.
Okay, well, does he have a YouTube channel?
Nope.
Well, good, because I was just going to say it should be shut down because he don't know what he's talking about. How the hell can you say that? Back in the day, Evans was good, but I still wouldn't say he was not Martinez. That guy plays with his heart on his sleeve.
Well, I'll give Johnny Evans his dues. Right, he is a very passionate player, and he does give a lot for his team whenever he plays. But he hasn't got this like God's given ability.
No,
Martinez, he's still got potential to improve. But it's not even just that he rates Johnny Evans. He really rates Victor Lindelof. He really rates Scott McTominay. He believes Eriksen's a better signing than Lissandro Martinez and also Casemiro.
Yeah.
Just simply for value to what they've delivered on the pitch. There's some things that I can agree with his perception that some of the first team players are not actually as good or going to offer as much as say some of these other bench options, and I believe that with Rashford's case, Garnacho I think has got more to offer to this United team than Rashford has. I mean that's just probably a common state of opinions, but
Yeah, well, I mean, Jaminho's feeling better now. Shouting on Fulham, mate. With the looks of it at the minute, it's going to be a long day for Fulham if Spurs can get it sorted. Van der Beek, Man United ruined him. Yeah, 100%, 100%.
Back in the days of bloody John Murta deciding, or when the board were signing players for managers because we rate this guy. Why? Because you looked at him on a FIFA career mode.
Yeah.
That's not how football works.
Johnny Evans ain't good enough, but he hasn't been as bad as most have said. He will be as being one of your best players this season. That says a lot.
Well, best.
Yeah, I mean, he is good. He's a good. He's a veteran type player, isn't he? So he is good. What's Red Bull Vodka? I saw you playing Warcraft game. Can more players join from outside the circle? I don't know what the circle is, mate. If you want to play, you can play. It's on an hardcore classic server, and it's called Firemore. But I think most of them are connected now anyway, so you get a lot of players on different servers. But that's the server I'm on, Firemore, and I'm on Horde side. I'm undead. I actually feel a bit undead, to be fair. But yeah, so if you want to join, all good, man. Just let me know. LongHaired Yeti on Instagram. Send me a message and try and get you on. It's about £10 a month to play. I play the retail one as well. Pretty much because it tells me where everything is because I can't find shit, to be honest. United need to sell lots of players. Maguire, Lindelof, Martial, Dalot. I don't know about Dalot. I quite like Dalot. Malacia. I quite like Malacia as well. Evans, Anthony, Palestri, Van der Beek. Just say you need to sell all of them.
It's half the squad right there.
Yeah. Eriksen are all tragic, especially Eriksen and woeful. Yeah, I mean,
I'm actually quite eager to see what happens if we've got Jimbo coming in to help run the club on the sporting side, and he appoints someone like a Paul Mitchell, and let's say for argument's sake, he sticks in the former director from PSG as the CEO or something like that, or Van der Sar. I'm interested to see just how quickly this board actually moves players out, because one of the big themes about our boards with what we've currently got for players is that the wages are so high, but the interest in players are so low. So you're almost having to encourage cut price bidding for half of our players. But then, because contracts are so high in value, there is a lot of money that you have to pay as severance packages for a lot of these players. to cancel out contracts. I'm
I think
interested to see.
you're as bad as Arsenal, to be honest. When you try and sell players, you try and sell them for far too much. Apart from like Alanga, 15 million,
Yeah.
that was a steal for us, to be honest. Talking to his mum. Dallo is debatable one. I think there's better fullbacks out there, but he's a reliable second choice, I guess. I quite like Dallo, always because plays his art on his sleeve. You know, yeah, there is better, 100%. There's better. Yeah, it's Red Moor. No, it's not Red Moor. No, I'm getting mixed up. It's Fire Moor. Sorry, not Red
Just
Moor.
sort a few bits out real quick. I'll be back in a minute or two.
Yeah, no worries, buddy. No worries. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind Dallo. I think out of all of them, out of a lot of them, he actually seems to want to do something more than the rest of them do. Fulham's bought on Iwobi and Jimenez. So it's not the best game in the world, to be honest. I mean, Fulham, if Spurs want to remain top of the league, then they'd need to be putting teams like this to the sword a lot more, for me. I watch United a lot, and I don't give Eriksen enough criticism. He's not good enough. One of the most shambolic players in the league. Been awful ever since Vertonghen shagged his wife. That's probably why. I thought he was really good when he signed for Brentford, to be honest. I mean, he was really good, and then Man United got him, and I think he's just getting on. You know, I mean, he did have that that arrest thing that happened in Sweden, cardiac arrest or whatever happened. I don't know what happened, but he did have that as well, I suppose. Well, I see where you're coming from. I think he needs playing higher up, to be honest with you. Imagine one thing I did notice in that game I was watching the other day is he had some really good opportunities to do them good passes he does, and he just didn't do them. Kept the ball instead. Quite a bit weird. Fulham are a decent side, lots of average players except for 3 or 4, but they're capable of grinding out results when needed. Yeah, they need to get it sorted and get it together and really try and start getting at Tottenham, because Tottenham look like they're kind of doing that. Oh, you know, we've won this game now, so we don't have to worry. And we've seen this weekend. You can't do that. That's lethal. It's lethal for us, and it'll be lethal for them. All jokes aside, I'm happy Eriksen is okay after that incident, but I don't think he's good enough. Yeah, well, like I'll just say, Fuzz, I don't know what you think, but I think Eriksen should play further up the field because of his passing ability and his ability to pick a pass.
I think what it is Erik Ten Hag is obviously. I think he's actually used Christian Eriksen before in a certain way, but I think his style or his philosophy on playing football's changed over the years. I think there's that as an element, but there's also a part of it is like what he has available to him. So there's quite a few players that will probably play in attacking advanced midfield positions ahead of Eriksen, but he likes Eriksen enough to find a place further back, such as this role as a ball carrier, so he can go further forward and his qualities can be used further forward. It's just because the role he plays needs to have a lot of pace and legs to it.
Yeah,
and that's what we've seen the strength of it, because he's good in the transition. He can set up attacking plays that lead to goals, but he also doesn't track the runners enough or has the pace or know how to constantly watch over his shoulder to see where the unmarked players are, and so the midfield can get passed through quite easily. So I think it's just more the case that he hasn't quite got the legs to compensate some of his lack of defensive, awareness or ability. But
I don't think he ever really had that though, did he? He's never, there's certain players that just shouldn't be used as a defensive type of player because it's just not their game at all. Forget about Arsenal, your channel. You lot were starting to look dangerous. Now you've gone south. Yeah, I think because we brought them other players in, we're kind of trying to work on a different format of how to play. And, I mean, we got the plan B, but the plan B was used far too soon on Saturday for my liking. If we'd gone 3-4 up, then yeah, I would have said definitely do that. But, 2-0, 2-0's always one of them where, it's not a good scoreline. They only got to get one, and then their heads are back up. Oh my days, Richarlison. And then their heads are back up, and that's kind of what happened. I think Fulham could be done and dusted once they sold Paulina in January to Bayern. Yeah, I mean he is a good player, to be honest.
I've got to say, Fulham. I'm surprised Fulham aren't just finished now. I mean, their owner, the owner of their club, is busy calling Triple H and Shawn Michaels bald motherfuckers on Twitter because his wrestling promotion rivals out of WWE. I mean, Christ Almighty! I mean, the state of that guy.
Yeah, I mean, like Javino says, surprised that the Greek goalie hasn't played for you guys. Yeah, I am as well. I don't mind Turner, but I am a little bit sort of on edge with him. I think he's all right sometimes. At times he'll parry the ball straight into the centre, and as a goalkeeper, you shouldn't be doing that. That's deadly, mate, because there's always somebody coming onto it.
Williams standing over a free kick. You all know this one's going nowhere.
I don't know what happened to him, to be honest. I mean, he looked really good for Chelsea. Mate, he looks good when he plays against us.
Didn't he go to like a... I'll tell you what, he did make Maddison slip over there. Well, I don't know. I think he went from Arsenal to a club in Brazil or somewhere like that.
Like, yeah, who was it now? Yeah.
I don't actually know if it was a club in Brazil. I know he went to some random club.
He did, yeah.
Whichever club that is, but then he's come back to the Premier League to play for Fulham.
Well, we was trying to get him. I'm kind of glad we didn't know. Spurs have scored again from the sound of it. Everyone's in front of me.
Yeah.
There you go. No, that was easy.
Maddison.
That was easy. That was easy, mate.
Well,
that was far too easy.
Henry Wright's not taking the one-chip challenge tonight, then. He lives to fight another day. Dude, that
was far too easy, man. That was.
That challenge is legit dangerous as well. Like, I swear, a 14-year-old kid apparently died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terrible pass out that was. And then it's just actually
miles offside, isn't it?
That's offside.
The pass to Son.
Son is offside, surely. I think that I don't know if it's getting VAR'd, but that looked to me like Son was offside. Oh well, they're not bothered. They're still playing darts. Hey, look to me like he was offside.
I must be missing something pretty major.
I think I must be because they haven't VAR'd it or anything. Or actually, what they're doing now? Are they VARing it now? No.
No, I think it's doing a sub. I think.
Is Fulham handing it to them? They are at the minute. Definitely.
Tell you what, if that was offside, then it must be that the bloody VAR for offsides is broken. It's glitched.
I mean, it looked like it to me. I mean, I could be wrong, but it did look like
I'd need to see the play again.
From
the same angle. Because when
Unless there was another
Tom-
Fulham player on the opposite side who was making him onside, I don't know. Well, it's been given anyway, so.
No, it's a turnover of possession, but I swear there's 2 Tottenham players past the final defender.
Did it look offside to you, Wolf, or were we both mental? That's what it looked like to me. You two were probably right. Yeah, it didn't even go to VAR. Well, it probably did, and they just probably went, "Yeah, get a goal," like it did with Liverpool. But well, we don't mind when they do it to Liverpool. I don't mind at all. You know, when I seen that, I thought, "Oh man, that was so out of order. Well played." Well played, refs. I don't care because they're the first ones crying when everything goes off. Can't be doing with them. Son's going for it now. I don't see Fulham getting back in this. You never know, though. 1 goal. I just don't know where it's coming from. Oh, actually. That's a good pass to William, I mean. Go on. Oh, man. Jimenez then. Just waiting too long. Nice defending, though, by, is that you, Dogie? Or is that Papa Saw? Saw, innit? Yeah, Saw did well there. Iwobi, terrible cross. Now they're going all the way back again. Nothing. Oh my days, Fulham.
Vicario's going
It's
and
brilliant
doing
when it
bloody...
happens to Liverpool. They won't mention how they robbed Everton. They won't mention when they died for a pen versus Bournemouth and so many more I could name. Yeah, exactly. That's Liverpool all over the place. It's just, you know, mate, just don't like them at all. You know, they're just idiots, mate. They're absolute arseholes. And some of their fans, mate, should be in fucking prison. Idiots. Goals are like praise, many are called where we are chosen. I think the problem I have with VAR is when they go, "Oh, that might be a penalty," and then they'll go, "No, it's been checked. It's not." I mean, it's like that's so easy to do to like mess up bets and stuff. Just say no, it's not with no replay or anything. Come on, Fulham, what are you playing about it? Just got to make the right decision. Good cross. That was terrible.
Do you know, I'd love just for every Liverpool game with VAR decisions, instead of letting the officiating team decide it, they give it as fan votes. So all fans from the Premier League are allowed to vote the outcome of the decision.
Yeah.
The amount of times everyone would just be mass voting against
Oh,
it.
man, that would be crazy, wouldn't it?
Every single time. Even
well,
if
it wouldn't be fair, though, would it? Because it'd come down to how many fans you have. So Man City are never going to get a decision. You know
well,
what I mean?
We're okay with that, Yeti. We're all okay with that. Never get a decision in their favour ever again.
Yeah.
Sar's down injured.
It'd be funny when they ban the fans from the game, you know, like they used to, where it's Millwall, basically. You're not allowed to have any away fans. You'd win every decision. That'd be excellent, that. Same fans who put up a banner saying how good the Munich air disaster was, yet later they chained an opposition fan, but put it there to make them look bad. Excuses like that make you look even worse. Yeah. Some fans nowadays have got no, like, retrospect of anything.
they're just dumb.
I've got an interesting question to ask the law enforcement of this country.
Mm.
A United fan who had 96 on the back of his shirt, mocking Hillsborough disaster. That fan didn't get banned or suspended from watching games. No, he got arrested. He's now serving a prison sentence.
Right.
So why is it that then everybody else that can go mocking, disasters where, tragedies and deaths and things like that get off scot-free? No open inquiries, nothing. Just, no, that's fine. It's just fans being fans. Let them be. But one single United fan that gets clipped up and pictured, he gets thrown right into the deep end of the justice system.
Wow.
There was a video. It's not just City fans, by the way. There are Newcastle fans as well. This was after they beat Man City in the cup, and there's a person who was doing a fan cam for Newcastle. These bunch of Newcastle supporters, our family, their dad and a couple of his sons, were chanting about Munich air disaster.
Right.
I'm like, what? Like,
I don't know, mate. It's hard to make sense of it, isn't it? Really.
Why don't they do something about that? Why don't they actually make a statement by saying anybody that gets caught, photographic or video evidence, mocking a tragedy or anybody's death in relation to the sport, whether it be fan, footballer, whatever, that you get served, dependent on the severity of it, from a permanent ban to getting arrested. But,
well, it's a potential riot, isn't it? Really.
Well, the thing is because the Manchester Derby coming up. Well, Manchester Derby, mate, Man City fans could have a field day. They could be chanting Munich songs all game long. And what are the FA going to do about it? As
Nothing.
the FA stands for, F all.
Yeah, well, I mean, the FA should do something about it because Bobby Charlton was a massive player anyway. And the Munich disaster as well. But what do you do? Because I mean, if you go to a game, the stewards are bloody useless, especially at Leeds. I mean, at Leeds, you go to Leeds and you start beating a Leeds fan up. As soon as they, they'll have you straight away. But if Leeds fans start beating you up, they'll just leave it. When they chucked all that tissue on the pitch, that other game, do you remember all that paper? When they chucked all the paper on the pitch, not one of them got done or anything. They're the worst stewards, they are.
So I've seen a video on Twitter today about some German club. I think it was a German club where a manager had come back. I think it was a former manager of one club. He went away and then he came back to manage this other team's opposition. And the reception they gave him was this massive banner, right? And where the camera is facing that stand with this massive banner, and it's basically this manager, which is drawn to look like a pig, and he's hanging from a noose. Like, what the fuck?
I know, I know. I just think people have a massive. The trouble is nowadays, people have a massive disrespectful outlook, and they also don't have any brains. Do you know what I mean? And it's just how people are nowadays.
I think with various aspects, a part of me feels about it like this. Out there, football is loved like a religion. So their sort of viewpoint on how they, have abuse and things like that is, people, maybe there's individuals that are just stupid and dumb and have low IQ, but some people just feel so strongly about certain things out there. They don't have the filter there.
No.
Whereas people in this country, people do stupid shit.
Yeah.
Just to get a laugh.
Is
and
it?
then
Well,
record
it's
it.
because you've got social media, ain't you, and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's like that kid that got ripped up by a polar bear. Yeah.
Hmm.
And there's loads of people on the parents site that's like RIP to their child and all this that and the other, and they're sending like pictures of the ice with all blood all on it, because the guy was from Eton, I think, and it says Eton mess. I mean, people because they're brave, because there's nobody there to punch them in the face. Tyson said it best. People are brave on social media because they're out of the way of a punch in the face. That's why they have a go at UFC fighters and all that kind of stuff. They'd never do that to their face.
It's like with YouTubers or prankster YouTubers, you see the amount of stuff they do. Like when they do, oh, it's pranks, bro, it's pranks.
Big up AFC always and Drew Gunners. Sorry, mate. Carry on.
Literally, the amount of times, man, I've seen these YouTubers get the lights punched out of them, and all of these people that are in this YouTubers gang, it's like, oh no, boy, what are you doing? Why'd you do that? It's like,
Yeah.
if the camera isn't there, you would sit there as a bystander and go, damn, he got what he deserved.
Mm.
But because it's all influencer, what they do is they get their gangs to follow them around. Get the phone out, guys. We're going to film us doing stupid stuff.
Mm.
And there's no thought process to the risk that doing stupid stuff
No.
actually has. It's like the whole F around and find out.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like this. It's like
And
this.
that is it.
What is it? The what was it? Muzzy kid, young teenager who recorded himself doing a load of stupid, really dumb, illegal stuff and is uploading it to TikTok, like hijacking a train.
Yeah.
Like literally running into the cabin of a train where he can activate it and start driving it off.
Yeah.
And endangering thousands of lives potentially. Yeah. But he's I'm gonna upload it to TikTok. So the police keep arresting him. Why not do this? Arrest him, stick him away forever.
Just
Why
fucking
not that? Because then everybody
hang
else
him because he's a fucking idiot.
Well, probably not hang him, but lock him away forever. Because it's like everybody else will look at that and say, "Oh, damn, his freedoms have been taken away forever." Maybe we should put these phones down now. Maybe we should actually start putting screw the heads back on the right way around.
Yeah, yeah.
Stop thinking like logical people, sensible people.
I don't think you'll get it now, mate. Not now. You've got social media where people can just say and do whatever they want, and you get loads of them doing stupid stuff. Like, I mean, that lad who walks around and jumps on people's backs and stuff like that, mate. I tell you what, if he ever did that to me, it'd be in a box. Police wouldn't even have to get near him.
It's like the videos where people in America do drive-by shootings, and what they do is they wind the window down, they record themselves with their Glocks and stuff, and start shooting at peaceful neighborhoods. Literally shooting at houses whilst driving down the street at a high speed. And they think I'm badass, I'm gangster, this is funny and all. And then you see in the news articles later on, oh, this person got arrested and now serving prison time.
Lucky they only get arrested, mate, doing it over there.
That's the thing, the houses over there. It's like, cool, if it's like in this country, right, most houses made of brick and all of that. If you shoot through a window, you could kill someone. Thing is that some of the houses in housing estates over there, the walls are so easily penetrable. So even if someone is literally behind a wall, just sleeping, doing something, sat at their computer, watching TV, whatever, a stray bullet goes through that wall, it's going straight to their head.
Yeah, well, exactly. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, it's stupid anyway, because most of them that live there have actually got guns themselves, and they've got major guns as well, not just pistols. So the last thing you want, I mean, I was watching a video earlier where a guy was trying to burgle an house, and he was like saying, "Oh, I've got to come in, check your air filter, or whatever that's all about." I don't know. It was in America, But then his mate came up and he had him on like the cam outside the door, and they started kicking the door, try and kick the door in, and then he just let go with like an AR-15 or something through the walls, and they shit themselves. It's like you don't fuck around and find out right there.
Hmm.
Well, if you do fuck around, you will find out.
Well, that's the thing with various parts of America.
Well, I have no problem with them having guns at all. I mean, if you think about it, if anything goes off here, what we got to protect ourselves. I mean, I've got a fair few things, but I'm not going into that. But
I've got a knife and fork from my drawer downstairs.
knife and fork.
Watch out, Putin.
Who do you think you are, fucking Hannibal Lecter? Let me just cut this leg off. Let me just cut this leg off and eat it in my fucking pan with a nice Chianti. And fucking hot fuzz. There with a knife and fork. Come on then, if you think you're hard enough.
This knife is a bit bloody blunt. Good thing I haven't got the plastic cutlery. I'll go to slice once and it'll just snap. I'll snap my knife in two.
Fucking knife and fork. It's probably one of them plastic ones as well, isn't it, from McDonald's?
Or the little wooden ones that you get with your salads.
Yeah, when you get a bag of chips and wooden forks. Come on then, mate.
And then you get the sporks, the ones that are like just got that weird like spoon-like feature with a couple of like.
And then he does the old crocodile Dundee. That's not a knife, this is a knife. Takes that great big machete. Oh man. Be careful of Hot Fuzz, guys. He's got a knife and fork. And
Don't want to come around these
He's
ends.
got plates. He's got a potato peeler. So be careful. Oh my days! But you've got to have something to protect yourself because you never know what's going to go off. I mean, look at what's happened in like the last few months with the guy going mental with his knife and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what you're like, but whenever I'm out in public, I have really good self-awareness. I'm looking around myself all the time to look at everybody, and I see someone who looks menacing. I will basically just give them a look that says, I'm ready for you, mate, if you want to go. And 9 times out of 10, it works. I've done it a few times. 9 times out of 10, it works. I had a guy the other day when I was walking up to Sainsbury's, walking past me, and he just like stares in my face. So I just like stared straight back in his face, giving him the look that I can give, and he decided different about it. Because like if you look at some of the videos, they pick victims, and it's things like the way you walk and and just the way that you carry yourself. Because they did a video where they got loads of prisoners to look at this video of people in the town and saying which ones would you see as a victim, and they like picked all the people that just look really nervous, and like if someone asks you something like the time, and you go, oh, I ain't got time. Oh, no, I've forgot me. That's it. You're fucked because you've got nervousness straight away. They can tell you're scared. That's what muggers do. I've seen them do. I've seen them watching people loads of times looking for victims.
What I do is I just like I make it.
You get your knife and forks out.
I go into Sainsbury's to buy the only way I can legally get a knife. Buy them from the cutlery sets, toy cutlery sets and stuff. But yeah, I just walk really, really fast. Just really fast.
You know what?
Strides and just look like I'm
walk with authority.
Walk with authority. My business.
That's what I do. I just walk like with authority, and I don't get bothered that much, to be honest. In fact, I don't really get bothered at all. And if I notice someone who's like clocked me, then I'll just make sure they know I've clocked them. And if they come at me, they'll get fucking clocked anyway. And there won't be no knives and forks. But the thing is, I mean, I have got stuff, but I mean, you can't if I got caught with them, I'd get in trouble. But the thing is like I have got things. But one of the best ones I saw was by an SAS guy. Actually, he says just get one of the bigger bolts, tie it to a piece of string or a piece of rope, and just have it in your pocket. Because if somebody comes for you and you put that around their head, it will hurt a lot. They ain't going to be doing much more. Let's put it that way. Bro, I got picked up in a lineup in London, and I had to find alibis. I think the main thing for this stream is get your knife and forks and just be ready. Just be ready with your knife and forks, man. Take a spoon. Just to be.
I shall fulfill the image of your stereotypical British person. I will poison the enemy with badly made scones and spiked teas.
You'll probably chuck chocolate milk in their eyes.
Oh yeah, acidic chocolate milk or something.
Yeah, at the end of the thing is you never know how you're going to deal with something. It's just when it comes, and you just deal with it whichever way you're going to deal with it, don't you? You know what I mean? You can't. I don't think you can ever, unless you're like a trained fighter or weapons person. You can't really say 100% what you're going to do because you don't know what they're going to do.
No.
Because, I mean, people say, like, go crazy. So act like you're absolutely nuts. But some of these people that know what they're doing will see straight through that. I don't know what it is. It's something about the way you handle yourself and the way you walk around and the confidence you give and all this, that and the other. See, if anyone asks me the time, I just go, I don't fucking know. I ain't got to watch. Well, what are you talking to me for? Do you want to die, bastard?
It's because you don't walk around with a sidearm, Yeti. It's like, excuse me, sir, do you have to bang, 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 bang?
If I did walk around with a sidearm, mate, there'd be a lot of people gone. I can tell you that now. Like someone don't hold like you hold the door for somebody and they don't say thanks. That'd be it, right? Bust a cap in your ass.
If we come at a crossroads as to who goes in line first for the checkout, mate, it's about getting that.
Definitely. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, and you know, the thing is, what people do nowadays, you don't get many one-on-ones. People will normally only have a go at you if they've got like 4 or 5 people with them. People are pussies nowadays for that.
I'll tell you one thing now that's quite hilarious. Is you see the videos, right, where you got dogs going at each other through a fence or a gate. And these people open the fence, open the gate, and these dogs are just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
They stop. It's like people inside cars. When they have a dispute with somebody, they're super aggressive. They're just like,
yeah,
oh, you effing this, you effing that. And it's like, right, so let's take cars out of this and you go face to face with that person in the street. 9 times out of 10, they're just going to be like, sorry about the other. Sorry about that on the road. Yeah, I was being a right prick, wasn't I? Yeah, you were being a prick. I was being a bit of a prick too. It's like it's like driving a car. It's just you find a level of anger and rage that you've never known. And to be fair, even as a passenger in the front seat of a car, like I'm ready to just start wars with everybody I see on that road.
Oh yeah, I'm same, mate. I mean, I never bothered driving because, like, I mean, my bro drives. I mean, it's turned him into like a horn beast driving and stuff. I mean, I'm already like that, so the last thing I need to do is get behind the wheel because I'm the same as you when I'm a passenger. I'm getting well angry. mean, when I was doing my driving test, and these guys were like bipping me from behind and like trying to sort of cut me off and stuff like that. I got kicked out of the driving school because I actually fucking just all of a sudden got my head out the window and went, "Come on then, you fucking bunch of cunts." Oh shit, I've said that word again. But yeah, so I just probably and the driving instructor was like, "Are you all right? I don't think you should be driving, mate. I don't think you should be having a driving test. I think you should be having a sight test." Oh, well, whatever. So yeah, it was never one for me. Driving was never for me.
You should have done an even better thing. And it's like if you're taking a driving test in America, just drive the car down to the hood. Give it.
Yeah.
It's like, do I pass this test if I can get us out of here alive? I'll consider it.
I can remember actually there was one time. I mean, I've had like a few driving lessons with different instructors, and there was one guy, and basically, I was like pulling out and losing. Pulling out, that sounds fucking terrible, doesn't it? I nearly hit this truck, yeah. And he starts going, "You fucking idiot, fucking this, fucking that," and I'm like, "Who the fuck are you talking to, mate? So I'm fucking paying you. Shut the fuck up." And I just rammed the accelerator down to get home. Gets back to me grand's. Gets out the car. He goes, "You know what? Don't mess with me, mate. I was a bit of a lad when I was younger." He's about 60-odd-year old. And I went, "I was a bit of a lad in the playground." That's what he said. And I said, "We're not in the fucking playground, are we?" And chucked the fucking keys at his head.
Well,
And yeah, you're probably right, actually, Carl. I should be banned for keep saying that word. I say it at least once a stream. I say it. Yes, you're right. I hate people tailgating me. Drives me nuts. Yeah, I just lost it, man. Just lost it. I got my head out the window. I was going, "Come on then, you bastards!" And he was like, "Are you mental or something?" Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Pulling out. Yeah. Let's see how carry on film humour there. Can't beat that, man. I mean the humour, not the pulling out. Before you think it. But my only driving experience is GTA, and top it off, my GTA road rage is terrible. I'd be 10k worse in real life. Oh, mate, you know, on GTA, it's always the same with me on GTA. I get a brand new car. My car gets pranged, so I'm pissed off. So I steal a brand new one, and then I'd get round the first corner, and some twat prangs it, and then that's it. Then RPGs out, and I'm just blowing everybody up on the street until I get arrested and busted.
I did this hilarious thing where I block off like the highways with like immovable objects. So these like CPU like AIs, the NPCs are just like queuing up in traffic, and then I'm just like, "Land at the free, motherfucker!" And start spamming guns in the air, and everyone panics and loses their shit. It's just an absolute pile up, and cars start exploding, and it's just the funniest thing because all of these people that keep joining this queue are getting lit up by these explosions. So the explosions just keep getting further and further up the highway. It's just chain explosions all the way up.
Well, what I used to do on GTA, which you know, I know a lot of people did it. Apparently, well, I think in my mind a lot of people did it. I used to shag prostitutes and then take them into the woods and beat them up with a baseball bat and kill them. But that was only a game, so you know. It was just fun. I had one, she kept rolling down the hill, so I kept fucking running after her to smack her again. Yeah, crazy. But I know I've seen a lot of people like say that that's what they used to do. It must have just been a thing. I don't know. It was fun at the time. Cracking game though. That I mean, the number 6 is coming out soon, but I think it'll be a massive microtransaction bullshit thing. To be honest.
I don't know. I've got this like the way it feels about the build up of this GTA game is that's going to come out and loads of people are going to be disappointed, and then I'll just go back to 5.
Yeah, five's good. Five was really good. I actually like San Andreas, to be honest, where you're like a gangster and you got your colours on and doing all your gym work and all that kind of stuff every day. I'm on PlayStation. I'm PC, mate. I am. I've got a PlayStation 2, but I don't really use it a lot. PlayStation 2, man. I sound like back from the 70s or something.
Take
After
about
getting
10 minutes to
fucking
do
stuck
so.
in a mission on Starfield, there goes me never playing it again. I couldn't get on with that, mate, and my PC's not good enough for it anyway. I was getting so many frame drops in that game. It's unbelievable. Didn't think he was that good, to be honest. Go on, Fulham. Oh, mate. Think it's over. I need to go to the loo. Back in a sec.
Always. I remember GTA 4 Lost Me Women. Was so obsessed with it. I do that too often. It's actually hilarious to see as well. It's another spot where you can actually make the AI bug out and just screw around. And there's a video of it where there's a part of this intersection on the highway where it's one of those like over swings to go onto the main highway that goes up to Sandy Shores. And there's where you've got the low wall, there's a break in it, which if you drive off of that, you go down onto the other city circuit highway. And if you block the actual route off with a bus or something like that, so that drivers can only go off of the edge of this don't know what it's called, but it's like a bridge or something, and they drop down onto this motorway below. It's absolutely hilarious because half the time these cars just explode the second they hit the ground, but they don't learn. It's the fact that they're so stubborn they don't learn. They just keep driving straight off of it. Oh, this bus, I can't move through this bus. Oh no, I'm driving over the edge of this bridge. Oh no, what will I ever do? Never mind, I'll just crash and burn. And that's the life, that's the sad life of a GTA 5 NPC. Stick a bus in your way, you're bound to die.
Yeah, well, it is, isn't it? I mean, and then when you walk down the street and or one of them turns around and goes, "Oh, watch what you're doing," or anything like that, you've just got to kill them, haven't you? You've just got to kill them for being rude, even though it was you that walked into them. But it's not the point.
It's the fact that you can blow people up in that game, and it's just like, even afterwards, you're just like, God, that guy's so stupid. He's such an idiot. Whereas, like, usually, if you kill someone or just absolutely demolish someone for no reason at all, it's just like, oh, I feel really guilty. But it's just like, no, that guy was an idiot. But you blew him up with a tank and then ran over their body several times. It's like, they're still an idiot.
Oh man, you should have got to that. It's offside. This game's shit, to be honest. But I mean, Tottenham's done what they had to do. I mean, you can't really knock it any more than that. Let's get to this chat because there've been loads and loads of chats. What's Drew Gunn and Starfield is dog shit. I played an hour and got stuck down a hole, so I turned it off. Yeah, I mean, it's not the best, mate. It's not the best. Do you mean a petition for a Yeti Opfus GTA 6 playthrough? Can you imagine it? Just blowing everybody up. And then I'll look round and you'll be there with your knife and fork stabbing everybody.
If they allow for me to play around with a knife and fork as my chosen weapons, like Kratos has his blades of chaos, I've got my cutlery of cutlery of doom.
Oh man. That'd be hilarious. I'll tell you what, we should do that at some point, play GTA and see who gets busted first. I think it'll be it'll be a toss up between the two of us, to be honest. Not in that respect either. The toss up. Let's get this straight. Fuck GTA anyway. Spider-Man 2 is absolutely brilliant. I don't think I've spayed. I don't think I've played Spider-Man 2, to be
I haven't
honest.
played Spider-Man stuff.
I do like them games. I love Batman. You know, Arkham Asylum and Return to Arkham City. I love them games. Played them about 7 times. Fucking awesome games. I always block it off us, and it sure does cause some fatal accidents. Yeah, I mean it's just such a good game if you want to let off some steam. Requirements for 2 signatures, so I guess they got to do it now. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't mind doing it. I'm well up for that, to be honest. I mean, I've got GTA 5. I haven't got GTA 6.
One of the
No, actually, no. Is it 5 or 6? What's the Russian
5.
one? Is that 4?
Yeah, with Nico Bellic. One of the therapeutic things I find with GTA 5 is doing the campaigns every single time from scratch, but just having a trainer there. So it's not like you're having to do everything from scratch. You can literally just do everything the way you want to with a trainer. It's like spawning a maxed out car with all of the modifications and stick weapons on it. And it's just like that's Franklin's car in the opening mission where you and Lamar go and go jack 2 cars and drive through the city with them. It's like the amount of times I've played that mission, but I stick such insane engine power multipliers on Franklin's car. I'm just smashing into Lamar half the time, and his car's completely totaled by the time it gets to the cutscene where the police get involved.
I think I got stuck. You know, on San Andreas, I think I got stuck. You know, where you've got to do the bump thing with a car, where you're in the car and you've got to keep bumping it up. I could not fucking pass that thing, so I just shot everybody that was in the car park instead. I tried it like 3 or 4 times. It was like, no, not good enough. I thought, okay, then you can meet your maker, then, can't you? Spider-Man 2 came out on Friday. Oh, that's the new one, isn't it? That's the one with Venom in it. Or supposedly Venom. It's just Spider-Man in a black suit, which is pretty much Venom, I suppose. Can we link up gaming? Wow. Yeah, absolutely, mate. It's dropped me a message on Instagram and try and get it sorted out. Spider-Man 2018 Remastered is decent. Yeah, that was a good one. Still not played it, but it looks good. Every time I see you take a swig, I get thirsty. He's going to be smoking and drinking by the time this stream ends. But yeah, I mean, I'm all up for that, mate. If you are, do some GTA. Just got to make sure you got the. Unfortunately, probably have to have the music muted. Because, you know, like when you get in a car, I mean, some of the stuff on them radio stations is quality as well. I used to love getting in.
Underrated.
Oh, man. When I used to get in them cars and play like Today Was a Good Day by Ice Cube and stuff like that, I was like all chilled. I was fine. And then some twat pranged my car. So I had to blow everybody up. Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, that was on it a lot of the time as well. Another cracking tune. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Don't think he's going to get it though. Oh, he might. No. Good defending from Tottenham, to be fair. FIFA 24 is remastered in absolute class. Loads of changes, and you're barely able to tell the difference between all of the FIFA, as always. That's been EA for years, mate. I used to play all the NHL games, and they bought this thing in, like the story of the game, and it was absolutely brilliant. They used to do these replays, story of the game, all the saves, all the good moves, and all that lot. And then all of a sudden, they just took it out. The fights, everything was in it, and then they just decided to take it out, and they just put the same game out all the time. So frustrating. Same with FIFA.
Yeah, and it's so annoying with the with FIFA is that someone made the compilation that was like 40 minutes long of everything that's wrong with FIFA EAFC 24, and the fact that it's literally 40 minutes of just going every single bug that's in the game and feature that should be there that isn't there, and each one is like, it's not just talking points per section of the video, it's just like literally, here's one glitch, here's one problem, here's another problem, here's another glitch, and it's literally just 40 minutes of that.
I tell you what, right? I tell you what, at some point I'm going to start my 2019 FIFA as Forest, obviously, and you look just as similar it is to FA24, what they've just brought out. The interviews and the talking to the agents and all this, that, and the other are exactly the same. Exactly the same. But obviously, they look a little bit better, but it's still the same faces and everything. They're exactly the same. The game is just, I don't see a great deal of difference in the game either.
I'll tell you the problem. The biggest
FIFA fans are
concern,
some of the dumbest people on the planet because they just keep buying the same game over and over again.
The biggest concern for me about it is the fact that I think EA actually know that this is the case. It's full time now, 2-0. The case is that they know how bad and broken their game is. They've known it's been getting worse. The situation where the game release, when you release the game, it's unplayable half the time. The fact is so broken, and they're aware of it, but they want to force this game to sell. So what do? They take FIFA 23 off all the marketplaces.
Oh yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
So if you want to buy a FIFA game, you have to go proper old titles.
Yeah.
Where they think that EAFC is much more.
Oh, they're fuckers for it. They're absolute fuckers for doing that, taking the other ones away so you can't play them and you've got to play the new one. I mean, I've got 2019 on. It's on their app actually, so I mean, it might actually get took off at some point. But I mean, that's just bullshit, mate. Because to me, it's a better game anyway.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's also the most expensive FIFA game in history.
And the menus are so much better than the new one. I mean, the menus now are just bloody copy paste. The shit.
FIFA 12 and FIFA 13 was like two of the best ever FIFAs for me. Two of the best ever FIFAs.
I think the Mega Drive ones were the best. You know, the ones before they had the proper faces in and all that kind of stuff. They was excellent. Excellent game. I had some great times on them. Fucking brilliant. Game is absolutely shambolic, yeah. But why the fans keep buying it though? If you keep buying it, they're going to keep supplying it. It's obvious, isn't it? Really. I mean, Bro Madison 40 million, and they bought Havertz for 60. Exactly. Mental, mate. Absolutely mental. And Lee Gunner's been saying Madison for ages. The only reason I bought it this year is because it's the only relevant football game on PlayStation. I was stingy about it, used the discount because I won't give them any more money than I need to. I won't give them any. I won't give them any, mate. And you know Disney's on the verge of buying EA, don't you? So it's going to get even worse. It's going to get even worse. Yeah, even you guys could have bought 40 million Madison. Yeah, we could. I don't think we'd have got him though. I think it would have always been one of the bigger teams if they're at the minute. To be fair, but I would 100% have said, yeah, get Madison definitely. But we've got Morgan Gibbs White, so you know they're playing the same kind of position. So I mean, it would have been awesome. But who's going to sit on the bench? Neither of them are going to be happy to sit on the bench. New menus are so annoying to navigate, and if you do it quickly, the game crashes. That's just pathetic, man. Pathetic. Internet. I tell you what, if you get chance, and I think it's on a browser, and you can actually play it on a browser. I think it's called Vim.net or something, and you can actually play it on a browser. It's called FIFA International Soccer, and it was on a Mega Drive, and it was class. It is so good. We used to run leagues on it. and all sorts. It's so much fun, to be honest. It's the ultimate team thing. It's the thing where you buy all your. I mean, the fucking cheeky bastards. I mean, when you start the game's like offering you to upgrade your game straight away and going, oh, yeah, have a pack. But you can only have one pack. And the pack won't have nothing in it. It won't be
Yeah.
great because it's trying to get you to buy another pack because you get in
Yeah.
that dopamine thing gets into you, and then you're like, oh, that pack weren't great, so I'll buy another pack now. You know, I mean, I feel for some of the parents. I mean, their credit card must get rinsed by their kids buying packs for that game. Unbelievable.
Big Steve was talking about the whole addiction with gaming. The fact that is, they're talking about addiction with gambling, and it's just like, well, they've managed to legalize gambling addictions and things like that by introducing these like packs and chance your luck by giving us a huge amount of money for us to decide how likely it is for you to actually get what you want from those packs.
Exactly. Have you never seen that video of that guy where he does a meeting with all the big game distributors and all the big, like, the money men and the businessmen that are involved? The only reason businessmen are involved in games is because they know people are prats who play them. And they know they'll just keep paying. And he did a video and he was saying in his presentation that if you can get somebody to buy one thing, they will then continue to buy because they will look at it as in, well, I've spent money on it before, so I'll do it again. But I mean, the game costs you 50 quid.
Yeah.
And then you're buying things for 30. Are you bloody mad or what? Are you mental in the head or something? Maddison is class. I wish we signed him. He's definitely one that should have gone to Arsenal, to be honest. I played FIFA not long back and it wanted me to wash the car, invite the boss for dinner, everything apart from football. That's ridiculous, man. I just got an airdrop from crypto. Ain't hanging about. Dal, mate, how you doing, buddy? How'd your show go earlier? All good? And then you've got Laughing at Drew Gunners. Time to book a flight. Yeah. And in fairness, I can't complain about packs this year. Rashford, Messi, special card, Matoma, and a few other ones. They're trying to lure me in for more, and I'm not falling for it. That's exactly what they're doing, mate. That's what it's all about. It's all to lure you in. And you get to the point. It seems when you have a bet. If you have a bet, you'll be excited and like, oh, I could win this, and then all of a sudden you'll lose. And then the dopamine's set then, because you want that feeling again of thinking you're going to win something. It's very clever. Well, it's not clever, it's for idiots, really, but...
I'll tell you one person who definitely needs like all the money spent on making insane teams in the world, and that's Saeed. He needs to spend tons of money because, man, I watched one of his career mode streams as well. He played 10 games and conceded 47 goals in 10 games. I was like, bro, 47 goals conceded in 10 games.
Yeah, but I mean, they're promoting it as well. They're promoting this game. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know whether they're getting any money for it or whatever. If they're not, then they're idiots. Because if you're going to promote a game like EA, then at least get some money for it or whatever. I mean, I'm not interested in trying to promote any game to sell it or anything like that. It's just not it's not the way I am, and that's it. Do you mean, and then that bold twat Bateson constantly getting good packs, and he's so obviously on their payroll. Yeah, he is. Yeah, 100%. It's tap that no one has copped on by now. Mate, people who get fans of people just get took in by them, 100%. It's happened so many times with YouTubers. People just got to get smarter. Just because someone says a game's good, don't mean it is. I know it was sarcastic with that comment, Junior, but you know what I'm saying, don't you? Yeah, I know what you was meaning. I know what you mean. Big up, guys.
the funny thing is that a lot of these FIFA content creators, right, that the game and the company lords up and says, "Oh, you guys can be the face of this game if you want." It's like, hold on a second, weren't these the same people that, like, back in like the years of 2013, 2014, or FIFA 15 and those lot, they were literally fronting these coin selling companies and coin selling services where the company said, this is illegal or this is against our terms of service. Anybody caught doing this would be banned. So
It's getting the gamble, mate. That's
90% of all of these FIFA content creators should have been banned, but not one got banned. Not one.
He's getting kids to gamble. I mean, it's like Jamino just says here. Another thing I've noticed, which Jamino's on about here, is you don't just get players, you get pitchers now and kits. So you could pay money for, like, and they've got kits and pitchers now. Nobody gives a flying fuck about it, to be honest. The new thing is every day they give you a preview pack. You can look at the things in it and buy it if you want. Giving me Liverpool players and the Rangers badge in the stadium. I'm sick of it now, to be honest. Yeah, I can imagine that. I've considered doing a few FIFA streams the odd time, but I know I'll just get shafted. Yeah, I mean, well, it's one of them games, isn't it, really? It's absolutely shocking. I was like, what the fuck is this? Must have taken about half hour, and then it was only part of a match. What's going off here? It's a big, they've been ripping people off for years, not just on FIFA, either on Madden. Madden is probably the worst, to be honest, because it's the same game every time, because I watch Angry Joe, and he plays a lot of it. And he pretty much says it's exactly the same game every time. FIFA, it looks all right when you get into the game, the FC24, and the way the game plays and everything. That doesn't look too bad. But what is with that AI, man? AI. I mean, what is with that UI? I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the one that I've got is better than that. Kudos, big up to you, man. Top of the league. Well played, guys. Well played. And I was on my friend's account a couple of months ago, and he had a C400 worth of coins, FIFA points on his account, and he doesn't even have his own card. Crazy. EA's shameless. Yeah, they are, mate. I mean, when they first started, there was cool. There was awesome. I mean, I was around back in the day when EA first started, EA Sports, and some of the games they actually put out was brilliant. But what happens now is these gaming companies get to a point where they're big and they're bringing in money, and then they just get greedy. And I tell you now, when Disney takes over, it's going to be even worse. They're not taking over for no reason. It's crazy, mate. Absolutely crazy. It looks as okay in the game, but the scripting in the game is just annoying. And scripting's been part of it for ages. I mean, there's so many games that you have where you're like 3-0 up, and then all of a sudden they start getting, and you cannot stop them. You can't stop them without fouling them. And even if you foul them, they'll score the free kick. Even if it's in their goal mouth, they'll still score it. I only played it because it was free. I've not played FIFA properly since Ronaldinho was on the front of the box. Yeah, it's not. It's not some. I would never buy a new one. Never. Not unless it's about £1. When it goes down in price, it will.
Well, that's the problem. It's a lot of the modern games now as well. They keep the prices really, really expensive. It's like the pricing now, if you go to, say, for example, buy FIFA 20, it's probably more expensive or thereabouts the same price as games used to cost, right, when they were first released.
Yeah. Oh,
that's how
the prices are ridiculous, because basically what they did is, I can remember when they was turning around and saying, like, basically, we're putting a game out, and basically we're not getting the same money as what we get for the console game, so that's why they've upped it, which is bloody annoying.
Yeah.
Tomorrow night again, but okay, mate. Okay, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Is that who you got tomorrow then, Copenhagen?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna finish in a bit anyway. So
Yeah, that's fine. As long as I've got a video to put out, because I've got a match
Mm.
preview that I want to release at least tonight, rather than doing it sort of same day match preview thing. Because otherwise I'd need to do it early morning. But yeah, just
yeah,
before I go to bed, I'll put something out.
yeah. Well, Drew says gaming in general is not what it used to be. Like, kudos, not Drew. Last good year was 2013. Last good years I remember was a lot earlier than that, to be fair. I just stick to AAA story titles these days. Indie games are where it's at the moment. The independent, they're not as great graphically, but they're really good playability. But unfortunately, they're not ever going to get hold of the football license. Well, they do release football games, but people aren't interested in them because they haven't got the licenses. So it's like Pez back in the day was awesome, but you didn't have the licenses for the team. EA had it, so you had to actually put the names in for yourself, and you could put the badges in for yourself as well. I used to love that, to be honest. PlayStation gave it away for free not long back. Deleted it, Jiminho, an idiot from my library. Probably the best thing to do. Right, okay, I'm going to call it there because Fuzz wants to do a show for tomorrow when you're playing Copenhagen. So thanks everyone for being in here. Fuzz, if you want to shout your stuff out and what you're doing.
Yep, so Watch44OG on YouTube, but also feature on Instagram with the same social media handle. Quite easy to find. I'll have the same logos and all. Planning on doing a recording rather than a live stream because it's still quite late at night and I don't want to go on for too long. So it's going to be one of those pre-record releases. So you can either watch it if you're staying up late tonight, or you can catch it first thing tomorrow morning, whenever it suits you. That's probably like the best thing about there's shorter recorded videos. Plus, it's easier for me to cover the things that I need to cover. There's not really as much to say about Man United's games at the moment because it's a lot of just it's gone a little bit quiet at the moment.
Yeah,
quiet, but yeah, that's basically the next featured video release on the channel, and then after the game, of course, match reaction. I'll probably be a live stream for that one.
Yeah.
Just in reaction to what happens, and hopefully it's a win. So have to see.
Yeah, well, I mean, you could do with getting another win, to be fair, couldn't you? How do you think, just before you go, how do you think the Seville Arsenal game will go? I think that'll be a tough one, to be honest.
Well, that's the thing about Sevilla, is they always seem to do quite well against British sides. They seem to do quite well for some reason, and they've got a new manager.
Yeah.
Managed to capture a point. I think it was after being 1-0 down to Real Madrid.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, Sevilla is one of those teams. They might not do as great in the league, but never ever sleep on them in European competitions.
No. I think the veil might be starting to slip for Arteta, to be honest.
Well, if they start slow, like they did against Chelsea, Sevilla are like a proper traditional Spanish footballing side. They're so happy with the ball. They're so comfortable with it. They will pass that. Like if Zinchenko is slow or anything like that at all, they will get passed off the park.
Yeah.
Just absolutely ran ragged.
So make sure, guys, you go over to Opfuzz's channel, Opfuzz44. Make sure you drop him a sub as well. Drop me a like and a sub if you can. That'll be appreciated. Anybody that watches afterwards, hope you enjoy the show. And Tottenham are top of the league, and Arsenal ain't. I think that's the best way to say that. It's not over yet, but Tottenham are doing the right thing when they need to do the right thing. So,
it's
what can you say?
It's
yours gold.
You're not top of the league, but it's yours gold. You don't even have one.
Cheers, Wolf, bro. Right, okay.
Cheers, mate.
So catch you all later. Take it easy,
Yeah.
guys. I'll probably be on World of Warcraft again tomorrow for a fair amount of hours, I should think. Might not drain the shit out of me on Saturday, I must admit. It really
Yes.
did sort of screw me up. But I'll still do it anyway. I don't care. But yeah, catch you all later, guys. See you later. Ta-da.